The lights come on like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. TV come on, or imagine you're watching TV in bed. TV cuts off on its own. Shadows. I mean, we've had iron and ironing boards thrown over us in the bed. I mean, over us, go flying in the room while you're asleep, because everybody has their iron and ironing board in their room naturally, and we had to start hiding. So we couldn't leave this stuff out in the open because these things are now projectiles. I mean, we can't sleep with the bedroom door open, or we have to put a pillow in between the doors because something would literally walk by and slam it shut. And after that happened the fourth or fifth time, we wised up and started propping our bedroom doors with pillows. So that took care of that. But now you got a door open and you can see the hall light go off and on some nights. Kitchen cabinet doors where it sounds like they're being opened and closed repeatedly. But by then I had cameras set up in my house to where I can look on my smartphone and see every room in the house in real time. And I'm hearing the sound of kitchen cabinet doors slamming, and my phone, I can see the kitchen, and nothing's moving. There's not one cabinet door being moved. So you don't know where that noise is coming from, but it sounds like it's coming right outside your door.
Did you ever find anything that would, use for defense to, protect yourself against these things, or anything that you use to calm them down, keep them at bay, or anything like that?
Well, we noticed Sage ratcheted up the activity. Their response to Sage is duly noted. The only thing that seemed to calm them down, and by calming them down I mean maybe 48 hours or 72 hours, is when we brought in the local priest. We had a priest come in, we had a shaman. They would perform service or a ritual, and the house would go quiet for about a couple of days. And then when it came back, it always came back even worse. Like they was punishing you. Like that didn't solve anything. We're back. We never left. But the only thing I would say that, from a spiritual standpoint, was just me and Tina's belief system of knowing who we are, who we worship. Because, 3 Bibles got burnt, caught fire. 2 are still missing to this day. I've had a Bible thrown at me while taking a shower. Tina was not even home. Another Bible was shredded to confetti. Numerous crosses caught fire. Numerous crosses are now missing. One time we came home and all the crosses that were hung up on multiple walls in the home were sitting on the hallway bookshelf. You're talking about 8 crosses, neatly aligned, mind you, and they're all upside down. The cross in the living room downstairs caught fire on Halloween night. They stole holy water. My friend came back from Mexico and brought back, I think, a liter of holy water that he got a father to bless. They took that on day 2, day 3. That's still missing. Just a lot of stuff. Religion, they didn't respond well to, or seem to try to make it look like it didn't have no effect on them. I don't know.
Do you still have activity or seeing things today, even out of the house?
I don't see the shadow guys anymore. Well, I take that back. I see them way less than I saw them while living in the home. I've been living where I live now a little bit over 2 years. I moved into a 2-bedroom apartment. And me and Tina broke up. She moved out of the house before I did, going back to what the original tenant said. But I had a water puddle incident the second day I moved into my new place, where water was dripping from the ceiling, but there was no pipe, no source. This was not a condensation issue. Water was dripping for about 30 minutes, enough for me to get the building maintenance in for them to look and see themselves, and they ain't never seen anything like that before. There's a video of that on my YouTube channel. The only thing that I still suffer from, that I suffered while living in a Bothell house, I now live in Linwood, is the poking and prodding while sleeping. And I mean, when I mean poking and prodding, I mean literally jabbing at your rib cage, your kidney area, your shin, your ankle, tugging the sheets down from your head when you're sleeping. That still goes on.
Has any of the mediums or any of those told you that maybe you have abilities or anything like that, and maybe that's why they're attracted or coming around?
Some have. I mean, yeah. They said you may. There's two theories. You may have abilities that, because obviously Tina never saw the apparitions. I did. Obviously, the apparitions chose me to introduce themselves to, and they never.
You're still getting poked and prodded now in bed, sleeping, right?
Yeah, I'm still getting that, and so they think, they say all that. They say, you may or may not have some abilities, but I don't know how. I mean, I would love to stop the poking and prodding, because it's nerve-wracking, to say the least.
Now, can I ask you a question? You guys broke up and separated. Did that house cause that problem for you?
Yeah, Gary. The house definitely played a major role because going through year 3, year 4, poltergeist, and that's what this was or is. They just turn your life upside down. I mean, there's a lot of stuff I know now I wish I knew then. Like, we were being manipulated, Tina and me, because they were trying to get us to fight, to not trust each other, and that sometimes worked.
Well, that's what I was saying earlier. Yeah. They can affect your moods, your emotions, and it changes you.
And I told Tina, I'm like, we have to be extra careful and diligent about accusing each other because we're all we've got. And the previous tenant was a real education for me when she told me what happened to them and how their relationship ended, because they had now been out of the house 5 years or more, and they're just getting back together. And here I come calling out of nowhere about a haunted house in Bothell. So the timing was very eerie and strange for them to receive my call right when they got back together. But it was definitely a preamble, if you will, to what was going to happen to me and Tina, because it's the book I wrote, The Bothell Hell. It's a very dark book, but it doesn't start off dark. I mean, you come in, a couple is all happy, joy. There's a rainbow over the house. We're happy, new home, whatever, and we're totally unaware about what's about to happen. We have no clue, and even when we think we do, because we just go by what we've taught on TV and the advice being fed to us, we have no clue about what's going on here, and we're gonna. The whole book is us playing catch up. That's basically the surmise of the activity, and as we're playing catch up, as are the teams helping. Everybody's playing catch up to what the spirits are doing in the home. And most paranormal teams have said they've never seen. I mean, when you have 500 EVPs, Stephen Dawn left with 427 EVPs. 80% of them or more were Class A. The rest were Class B. They just discarded or threw away anything less than a Class B EVP. That said something.
You think the spirits manipulated you two and kept you guys from maybe closing the portals and pursuing fighting them better to winning the battle, or you think that they might have?
Oh yeah. There's a story of me and Tina got into a little spat. I think I was about to go to the store or somewhere, meet a friend for something. And she went to go take a shower. I went to go take a shower and got dressed and left. Well, I walk outside my house, and my car is scratched up. My car, my lovely car, has just been keyed. I mean, it has new scratches on you. We all know how a new scratch on a car looks. And I thought it was Tina. I'm like, Tina, being upset, scratched the living daylights out of my car while I was in the shower. But something told me right then and there, I'm standing in the driveway ascertaining, do I need to go back inside and confront her? Or let me just think this through, because this does not fit Tina's characteristic. I've known Tina 4 years now. Tina can be mad. I can be mad. Destroying each other's property, that's a no. That's just not in her character. So I said, I'm gonna delay confronting her, because if I go back in the house and accuse her, she's going to be enraged because we just had a spat already. Now I'm coming in with a false accusation. But I noticed we have the ADT security system. I have the Pulse security system, and what that does is, anytime you leave our house, be it through the garage, front door, back door, or open up a window, ADT will timestamp that and send it to your account in the cloud. You can log in and see. So I said, well, I'm going to go log in. I'll log in on Monday and see what time, because I know what time I found the scratches. It was like 9-something a.m. Saturday. Let me see if there's any time was the door open up that morning prior. And I got to my ADT security system, looked in the logs, and the last time the door was open was at 11-something the previous night when we both came home together. And then it timestamps me going out the door when I found the scratches. So I knew then that it was not Tina who scratched my car. It was the spirits who scratched it. But they were ever so close, James, because I was so hot when I saw the scratch that if I would have went in and just used emotion to fuel me, it would have been the end of the world. But
Maybe
I'm glad
that's what they wanted to do.
And on the logs, I was like, wow, the level of manipulative intent, framework, all that and more. Yeah, that taught me that told me what we were up against. I was like, we're in trouble.
Well, that's what they wanted to do. They wanted you guys to fight, because that's where they get their power, is they can cause chaos in your house. Now, another question, you said you still have things going on in your location where you're at now, in your apartment. You're away from Tina, you're away from that property, but you're still getting things still going on. Have you ever thought about, I hate to say this, and this might sound weird, is there any local Indian tribes you could go up and find their medicine man, medicine woman, and have them do a cleansing on you, or, to get rid of any of these spirits? Because if it was Indian burial ground, that could be where it's coming from. Other than, I hate to say it, maybe somebody's planted on that ground, or I don't know. Or
if he has abilities, that'll attract, like a beacon at night, it will attract spirits. Or if it's something that he may have an attachment.
Yeah,
these are
that's
things.
And
the reason I asked about you think the spirits kept you from getting, because you were there 4 years. You think it kept you guys from getting help? You know what I mean? You think it manipulated you from like getting somebody in there like a medium? I could go in there and find a portal, if there's a portal, and find out if it's an exit or an enter, and shut those things down and clear the house. Because as long as the portal's open in the old house, yeah, that's an open highway. Anything can come in there and out. It's just a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, demons, too. I mean, major demons.
Right. Right.
Now, a question. I mean, when all this stuff was going on with your relationship, when all this was going on, it sounds like it was trying to also destroy your relationship between you and Tina. And was it causing any things like a mistrust between the two of you also? I mean,
Yeah, I mean, the easiest, probably one of the most oldest forms of breakage or breakup is, disunity and distrust. Number one, we're finger pointing, we're tired, we're irritable. We don't know what we're doing is working necessarily. I don't know if she's pulling her weight. She doesn't look like it. She doesn't know if I'm pulling my weight. And those things pile up over time. And, yeah, the spirits are constantly, because they never sleep, they're always observing. And they hear every conversation. And I know now they sized us up, me